What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy, Big Network Fan 12, coming to you with another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing the game Arch Rivals at Basketbrawl, which was released in the arcades originally by Midway and Acclaim, and then it was later ported to the NES, the Sega Game Gear, and the Sega Genesis. Pretty much Arch Rivals is pretty much a 2-on-2 basketball game where there's no rules and the players get to throw punches at each other. Now, Arch Rivals is pretty much a precursor to the NBA Jam franchise, which was made by Acclaim, and the NBA HangTime franchise, which was made by Midway. Of course, without the punching and stuff. Now, Arch Rivals pretty much has 4 unlicensed teams in it, pretty similar to the Konami game Double Dribble for NES, you know what I'm saying, in that regard. Now, you can pick the 2 of the 4 teams to play a game, and you can only pick the character that you're going to control, while the computer pick your teammate and the other 2 characters of the opposing team. Now, the characters in the game are pretty much, their names are Tyrone, Benny, Hammer, Blade, Lewis, Moose, Mohawk, and Reggie. Each of them have their own individual strengths. One is pretty good all-around player. One is good on defense. Some are good shooters and stuff like that. Now, their strengths are right beside their name, and pretty much their weaknesses are implied, you know what I'm saying, in that regard. And the game, actually, once you get started with the game, it has like 4 quarters in it that last 4 minutes each, you know what I'm saying. Now, for some reason, the programmers included cutscenes of one of the coaches, the referee, or one of the cheerleaders after each team scores for some reason. To me, it just breaks up the gameplay. You know what I'm saying? It should be like pretty much like other basketball games where each time the you score, the gameplay continues. You know what I'm saying in that regard. I would say that it does. Arch Rival do have a 2-player mode, but I'm thinking that it's just the arcade version, the NES version, and the Sega Genesis version that have it. I'm not 100% sure about the Sega Game Gear version. Anybody who has the Sega Game Gear version, you can confirm it by mentioning it in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Now, Arch Rivals is the only basketball game on the railroad where you got hazards on the basketball court, like spilled drinks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, the graphics in game, the graphics and level designs are mediocre at best, and to be truthful, they haven't aged well at all, especially the NES version, and the sprites and color palettes are just kind of bland and mediocre and stuff like that. Now, the controls and gameplay are okay for the most part, but the cutscenes are really unnecessary because it pretty much breaks up the gameplay, and that is one of that should have been left out entirely. Now, the soundtrack to Arch Rivals is mediocre, and it didn't set any standards for basketball games that came out after it, you know what I'm saying? And to me, Arch Rivals should have had more characters in it, more teams, a season mode that ends, of course, with a playoffs, and a separate tournament mode, you know what I'm saying? I guess this is where like a sequel would have came in, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, I would say these extra modes would have increased the replay value, in my opinion. Now, overall, Arch Rivals is pretty much a mediocre game that had a good idea. Of course, it was executed like poorly, you know what I'm saying? in terms of graphics, gameplay, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the good thing about Arch Rivals, it did set the stage for NBA HangTime and NBA Jam. At least some good did come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, it is, in my opinion, Arch Rivals could have a remake. You know what I'm saying? If a publisher or developer buy the rights to it, but it's pretty unlikely at this point. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I can only recommend it to Arch Rivals to anybody who is a retro gamer, a basketball fan, and YouTuber who does let's plays. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking I would recommend the co-op mode. You know what I'm saying? Of Arch Rivals, in terms of people who want to play Arch Rivals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because playing Arch Rival by yourself is boring. You know what I'm saying? At least it's more tolerable if you have somebody to play with. You know what I'm saying? As far as the score, I definitely give it a 5 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? That being said, now if you play Arch Rivals, and whether it's the arcade version or the NES version, you can mention it in the comment section of the video. If you think like the arcade version is the best, you can also mention that. If you like my review of Arch Rivals, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.